Hello everyone, welcome to the another edition of MUNPlanet webinars. Just like the other time, this week we're also featuring our winner of our internship, MUNPlanet internship. Today with us is Frederike from Germany.
Hi guys.
Last time we had Emre, who actually told you also something about his experience, with the internship, how he got it. This time, Freda is also going to tell you something like that, but she's also going to focus on the career aspects of the internship, career aspects of the MUN in general, and such things. And so, Freda, thank you very much, for agreeing, to talk to us in this internship. Today is, by the way, Freda's last day in our office in Belgrade, so we'll be very sad. We'll be very sad next Monday, when Freda leaves. But we've got her now here, so we're gonna see what she has to say to us. So, Freda, let's open this webinar now with a brief introduction about you. Like who you are, what your MUN experience, and such things. Thank you.
Well, it's easiest if I just go for Frederike, and I'm German, somewhat 26 years old already, and I'm currently a master's student in public policy, which is focusing on politics and international relations. So fitting very well with my very, very high interest in MUN. I've been an MUNer for 4 years by now, almost 5. Started out at a very small conference at my home university, and in the end I went all over Europe with that. And now you see me sitting here for MUNPlanet. And this is like the last day, unfortunately, already at the office, after 3 super exciting weeks at the internship here with Vlad and all the other people who make MUNPlanet work as it does right now. So yeah, that's much about me for now.
Thank you very much. That's a brief introduction.
Yeah.
You said. So tell us, how did you find out about the internship? We know that you were, Freda was, by the way, one of the first members that we had on MUNPlanet, but you were on there reading, just a regular daily reading, you saw posts on Facebook. How did you find out about it?
Well, as Vlad already said, I was one of the first people who actually got on the platform, who tested it, who also told all the other people about it, because I was really interested in finding out more from MUNers, what they're doing with their lives. And also I had tons of questions when MUNPlanet started, and I was able to post all of these and got answers from MUNers from all over the world. So that was really, really cool. And how I ended up with the internship was really strange story, because actually I saw the call, but I was like, nah, I will not do it. Like, come on, you'll never get it. This is so popular. I already saw, when I saw the post first, 2,000 people had seen it. I'm like, okay, you're never gonna make it. Okay. Anyways, my very close friend told me, Freda, you have to do it. You're the perfect person for this. You have to try it. At least try it. I will not bother you anymore, but if you don't try it, I will keep bothering you what you missed out on. So I started out with the online internship, and week by week I got more and more into it, and I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. Because my post got a lot of readers, and I got really cool feedback, both from the people that from you guys out there. So yeah, and then that's how I ended up with the online internship, and the rest is history, because now I'm already here.
Okay, so peer pressure is kind of what got you there. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, you have to introduce me to that friend of yours because I want to thank her personally. What was the feeling, when I called you, okay, Freda, you're the one, you got it.
I actually remember, because I was sitting at a restaurant after a really tough exam that day. I was completely exhausted, and as a good millennial, I had my phone right on the table, and I saw, okay, email MUNPlanet, and I was waiting for days already for the MUNPlanet email. I was like, I never check my phone, but okay, I got it. I'm going to Belgrade. And I was really, really excited. I texted, of course, I emailed them back immediately saying, oh, of course I want the internship. Of course I want to take it. And that's how the whole journey from being in a small town in East Germany to coming to Belgrade started out.
So now, just to connect to this question, expectations versus the reality, I know we set the bar high when we were telling you on how your internship is going to look like, but once you landed at Nikola Tesla Airport, so what was the first feeling that you had when you saw us, for the first time, saw the office for the first time?
equally exciting. My flight was really early in the morning, so of course I was tired, but I could not be more awake once I landed here. I was like, okay, this is really happening. I picked up my things and I met Vlad for the first time in person. Like, we had been on Skype, we had been like writing emails, of course.
I love
prior
the
to
kind
this.
of friendships.
Yeah, it was like he was sitting there and like, oh wow, this is actually the real Vlado.
Yeah.
So I can only recommend that experience. And it totally lived up to my expectations, because I was busy all summer, and right before I came here, I was all the time asking, guys, send me what you want. Tell me what is going to happen. I really want to know what's happening with me. And I was like, nah, you'll see, you'll see. And my first day, the whole introduction, I got all my tasks, what was expected, my daily things. You saw a lot of posts on the platform that I wrote, and it was, at the first, I was like, okay, how will you manage that in 8 days, and 8 hours per day for 3 weeks? But it worked out quite all right, I think. And,
you were good.
And so it totally lived up to my expectations. Like, they set the bar high, as what Lado just said, but it definitely matched it, and it definitely also exceeded it in terms of what I learned and how wonderful my experience was at the office.
It's very nice to hear. Plus, Freda, I mean, there's a lot of people who are online interns, listening to you right now. So you're someone who actually moved a lot in the past. So you lived abroad for a long time. Can you tell us something about, let's say, living abroad in Serbia? So how you feel and how you think they would feel, like if they were to come, like to do an internship here?
Yeah. I had some expectations about the Balkans, because I have been doing an MUN in Bosnia, for example, and I traveled across Croatia as well. So I knew I was expected by very friendly people, very open-minded people. And having worked already across Europe, and also, of course, in Germany, my Belgrade working experience, living experience is exceptional. Like, I never faced any problems, and it's coming from a German, so we always find some issue to complain about. And working here was very easy. I don't speak any Serbian. It was not a problem. Everyone spoke English. Everyone always helped me, be it the people from the office who knew me, or be it a stranger on the street. So don't be afraid for coming to Belgrade. Don't listen maybe to the stories your grandparents tell you. This is a wonderful city.
German.
Yeah, exactly. German grandparents might tell you. This is a wonderful city and wonderful people, and it's really nice, and I feel like I've been here way longer than 3 weeks.
Okay, Freda, I'm going to ask you now several questions here that really actually to enhancing career. Because you're here on the internship, so it's basically like it's more focused on the career. So can you tell us, something about, like how MUNs helped you actually, let's say, grow your own careers?
I'm just a starter when it comes to my career, but I've already worked quite a bit already. And I would say that when it comes to MUN skills, that either we have them and we reinforce it when we go to MUN, or we pick it up there. To me, MUN really helped, because I learned things like self-management, like, for example, dealing with time under pressure, because we all know writing that resolution is like a very, very tough call to make in only a few hours. And the same goes for communication skills, be it speaking English all the time, or be it discussing ideas with completely different people, completely different opinions. And that's what I learned the most from MUN. And then all these things that we know, like doing proper research, finding out all these things about international relations and theory. That was amazing, like something going way beyond my study program.
That was kind of my next question, like about the specific skill set, that MUNs actually bring to you. And you kind of covered them all, because we'll all agree that these are the skills, that let's say the modern employers are actually looking for in their employees, like, and if there are listeners out there who are not MUNers, we definitely suggest MUN, try it out, see it, it will test you, but you'll have a great time, and definitely learn some new things. So Freda, MUNPlanet internship is, of course, like an amazing experience, and very thoughtful experience, teaching you a lot of stuff. You reinforce basically all of your skills, like while working for us. Can you tell us something about that, and how are you planning to use them, you know, like let's say if there is a new knowledge, and how you're planning to use it in, like, let's say job hunt in the future?
First of all, I was tasked with discussing and learning more about that, like how, and brainstorming also with Vlado, how can we turn MUN into like real life skills that will help us when we enter the job market. Like a lot of us are probably at that step, or we are likely to come to that in the near future. And these things like what we did in the internship, Freda, here's your deadline, make it happen. Okay, let's do it. You know,
Totally nicer.
No, I know. this was the German effectiveness way. No, absolutely. Like dealing exactly with deadline or with a content which you have never heard of in your life, you know, and really getting this knowledge, learning more about it, and discussing it also with team members and getting a feedback, and also dealing with that feedback. It was really a very nice experience here, which helped me to rethink again, okay, my opinion is not the only one out there. And that's something that, especially in the workplace, is really important. Always try to get help and try to discuss everything you do with your colleagues, so to get the best outcome.
Exactly. Let me just, you know, like, let's say, add to your question. We appreciate the feedback, you know, from you as well. You know, we enjoyed having you in the office, you know, so you certainly did bring a lot of experience, you know, into the team, you know, help us with the research, you know, something that the MUNPlanet will actually be able to use in the future, you know, like, especially when you're going to stay at the part of the team, you know, forever. We're not letting you go.
Too bad.
Anymore, you know, like, the only problem is that we have to let you go to back home, you know, like, but we wouldn't otherwise, you know, kidding, of course, you know. So, Freda, in your opinion, can you tell something like, what do you think is the future of MUNs in general? And then, you know, like, now since we're building this larger global community of MUNers and a knowledge base for MUNers, what do you think will be the future of MUNPlanet and how it can actually fit into this global role of MUNs, you know, like in the future?
Tough question, absolutely. But when I look at MUNs and compare it to 4 years ago, when, for example, we didn't have such a platform, it was very spontaneous. You went to a conference, you had no idea what to expect, what was happening. You may have exchanged some emails, you didn't know anyone would be there. Exciting, but also very tough to deal with, and you never knew whether you were going to the conference that you were also looking for. You went out in the blue. So for the future of MUN, I think that's not the case anymore with platforms like MUNPlanet, because I'm able now to really find out, okay, what is happening at the conference. I can read the spotlight on the conference. I can read, get my questions answered, and also I know who to contact on the platform because they are all there. And with having such a network, I know now which conferences are perfectly suitable for my interests and what I still need and want to experience. And with MUNPlanet, the brightest future, of course. Like, come on, how busy we are already, and seeing like the knowledge grow. When I have a question, I can answer it, but I can find the answer to it on the platform. But not only that, I probably type in and already find somebody else has already contributed to that. And with that knowledge base, MUNs will be so much better in the future.
That's right. I'm going to ask you several questions now that we got through Twitter, and some of our members are asking them. So Jake Moon, who got the Ban Ki-moon profile image, you know, is asking, could you share some memorable moments from your MUNPlanet internship?
Memorable moments, plentiful. Just this morning, very, very memorable, at least for me. Still being on the sugar rush, our wonderful CEO, Dushanka, welcomed me for my last day with a lot of cookies, which is still sitting with us. So sorry that you can't have any. That was definitely like the top of the cherry of all those experiences. But also the fact that we as a team did not only work together during the day, but we also spent a lot of free time together, and that was just wonderful. Not talking about work, but just getting to know each other and exchanging all this MUN type of experiences. Which conference have you been to? What did you do there? All these things, and I enjoy that so much. So,
Jake Moon again. You know, we're going to ask someone else's question, I promise as well. Jake says, I would love to start writing for MUNPlanet, but I'm not very confident. can you give me some advice on how to start? Thank you.
You're welcome. First of all, Jake. Starting on writing on MUNPlanet is actually really easy. So for me, what it took me to first put the first post, I couldn't find anything on the platform. So I was like, this is missing, I'm gonna write it. And if you are like a bit afraid of what others might think, maybe check in with us at the office first, or ask a question, what other people think about the topic you want to write about. So that way you already, what we said, get some feedback. So I would not be afraid to start sharing. It's the MUNs, like, you know that from your experience, these are friendly and helpful people. So even if you're in doubt, just do it. And I'm sure the community will help you with whatever questions or inquiries you might have.
Let me just remind our listeners, that the MUNPlanet's got editor-in-chief. So if you write it yourself, or you're thinking of starting writing, you always have someone who can actually help you with your writing. So get out there, publish it. His name is Marco. Search for him through MUNPlanet. Send him a direct message, ask him a question, whether it's good or not. I'm sure he's going to reply to you in no time. This is very quick on that.
Yes, definitely. It was a pleasure to have him sitting next to me in the office. But he's very quick and very, very insightful on international relations, for example. As you might know, Fridays of MUNPlanet, that's where Marco is also involved. Exactly. So I can only recommend you that to get inspiration. Founder of that part. So. Yes, absolutely.
And another thing, that may be interesting to our readers, MUNPlanet is starting a writers initiative. So we're going to publish more about it soon. But basically, if you're a writer, or if you want to become a writer, you'll be able to join the initiative, and we'll actually be helping you, like with the video writing.
Sounds perfect.
So let's get the next question, not from Jake Moon anymore. Sorry, Jake. Samantha Bohr is asking, moving abroad for an internship. You kind of answered this one already, but maybe just a quick remark. Moving abroad for an internship must be challenging. Was it difficult getting adjusted?
Yes, but because of my small personal problem of being vegetarian in Serbia, that's not the best idea, as my colleagues pointed out every single day for a lunch break. That was a challenge for me to get adjusted, but other than that, not really. You can just get out there, be open-minded, and what I always do when I go abroad, I just go and wait and see. Like, of course I have my expectations, I have wishes for what I want to see or what I want to do, but rely on the fact that there's people who are going to show you around, who will help you, who are experts in their city, and I can certainly vouch for Vlad that he is, after having taken so many nice trips together. It's really not that difficult. The fact that you have to go through is to actually do it, and once you're sitting in the plane, you got it.
That's right. There's even a question for me. Thank you, guys. So it says, Ellie Simon is asking, but what is there? Could you tell us if there will be another MUNPlanet internship, and what is the secret for getting one? So I think she's better to answer this question about getting the secret one. Yeah. So will there be another MUNPlanet internship? No, there'll be more. So not only one, and sorry, Fred, that they'll kind of be bigger than yours. There definitely will be more MUNPlanet internships, more MUNPlanet fully funded internships, so we're definitely bringing more of you to Belgrade, to work with us from our lovely office. And regarding the secret of getting one, well, just be nice to me and do your work.
Exactly.
You have to do your work. It's a tough competition. There's a lot of people applying. For example, for Freda's internship, more than 2,000 people applied. So the fact that she's sitting here with me means that she was very, very good. So yes, definitely. Expect. As soon as we publish them, you'll all know about it. Follow our community on a daily basis.
Don't miss out on it, guys. Just do it right away and stay active on the platform. I was there before. Just start out right now with your writing, and I'm sure Vlad will notice you in no time.
Exactly. There we go. That's a very good advice. Final question, for the day. It's also at least this one for you. So, what are your top 5 MUN conferences?
Oh, okay. Too bad. No. I start with the absolute #1 because that's where I started out with my long journey of MUN, which is Full Moon. happening in Leuven in Belgium. An amazing conference. I can only recommend you to come. Also, I'm sharing there next year, so a wonderful experience, and let's meet up there.
And you'll have a chance to meet me there as well.
Oh, wonderful! Perfect news. And then for the others, it's a very tight thing. I definitely recommend you MUN in Romania. Wonderful experience. I loved Romania. It's Dracula's area, so you should definitely go for that experience.
Wear some garlic.
Yeah, exactly. Bring that along. It's a very small conference, but wonderful. Same goes for MUN, equally small, but people are so engaged and very professional. You should try it. So I got 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely 2 more that I cannot miss out on mentioning is Berlin MUN, even though Vlad knows of my high passion for Berlin MUN, having been there every single year now. Visiting our capital, perfect, but being at this MUN with these people organizing, it will blow your mind, both academically and for the social events, for sure thing. And last but definitely not least is MUN in Bonn. I had a tremendous experience there as a delegate, and I can only recommend it if you want to go for a really competitive MUN where you can show your best in the middle of the old Parliament building of Germany. Go for it. I can only tell you what to go.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Guys, thank you everyone who asked the question via Twitter. We couldn't answer them all, but we answered most of them. Freda, final remarks. So.
Very quick.
We're not only closing the
German effectiveness.
Yeah.
Definitely, guys, be on MUNPlanet. Share your thoughts and feelings about MUN and about whatever concerns you when it comes to our MUN community. Apply for the internship. I cannot say it more and enough and whatnot. And definitely, I'm really thankful for being here. Like this, technically I'm at school, but this was the most amazing experience for my October, and I hope that you will get the chance as well.
Thank you very much. It means a lot. Guys, thank you very much for attending the webinar. For you guys who missed it, there's going to be a YouTube video. You can watch it on MUNPlanet. In case you have any other questions for Freda, she's on MUNPlanet all the time.
Text me.
So definitely send her a message, or ask it on MUNPlanet.
Or ask it on MUNPlanet, and I'm happy to turn to it.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, guys, and until the next webinar, bye-bye.
See you guys.